Hi and welcome to Knitting Blooms. This is a special episode for the Podcaster Challenge. Today is Thursday. I'm not posting this till tomorrow, so you won't see it till tomorrow, but I wanted to be able to post this episode first thing tomorrow morning. So anybody who is planning on knitting along with my project, they can get started first thing in the morning. I probably won't get a chance to start my project until tomorrow after work, but this way you guys can start your project early. If you have any questions about the Podcaster Challenge, you can always go to the Podcaster Challenge thread on the Knitting Blooms the Knitting Blooms group, or you can go to the Podcaster Challenge group that Lois of Knitting's My Bag has set up. So without further ado, I'm going to share my pattern with you and the yarn that I plan on using, and I'm going to give you some ideas of what I'm thinking about doing to change my pattern. I haven't totally decided exactly how I'm going to change my pattern yet because I haven't done any test swatching or anything yet. I had hoped to do that this week, but with all the travels, which I'll discuss in my podcast that I post on Saturday, I just didn't have time. So, my pattern is a knitted bag. And this is it. I'm hoping you can see it, and what I might do is I might take a picture of this so it's a little bit closer so that you can see it. But it's not quite as big as a messenger bag, but it is a good size purse or bag. And if you can't tell by the picture, the technique that all the podcasters will be using is cabling. So if you've never done cabling, this is a great opportunity to give it a shot, try it out, see how you like it. Some people may decide that they need to use a cable needle. I am not going to use a cable needle, and this will be a perfect opportunity for me to show you cabling without a cable needle. So I'm planning on doing a quick tutorial on cabling without a cable needle. I'm hoping that I can do it and post it Saturday with my episode for the week, but I'm not sure if I'll get that far along by then. So the pattern, and I will link the pattern in the show notes so that you can get to the pattern and get the download for the PDF. It's going to be quite interesting. I have already planned. It is knit. The pattern is written to knit it in like 4 pieces and then seam it together. And I'm not sure that I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to knit the bottom first, then pick up stitches and knit it in the round all the way up, and then do the flap, and then knit the. I still think I will knit the band or the strap as it is written, and then still seam it to the bag, so it will be like double enforced where the shoulder strap is. I am also thinking about changing the cable because I'm not real thrilled with the cable that's here. I might do a braided cable. I haven't really looked too closely at the pattern as far as how many stitches each cable is, but I don't think it'll be too difficult to swap out some cables, even if the bag is a little narrow or a little bit wider. So I am planning on swapping out the cables on that. At least one of the cables, the center cable on the bag. I'm not, like I said, I'm not 100% sure, and I think I probably won't decide until I actually start playing with it. So that's the Podcaster Challenge project that we're going to be knitting. If you're not doing bears and you want to knit along with this, or even if you are doing bears and you want to knit along with the project, please do so. And I will have a thread can't remember if I already set up a thread or not, but if I didn't, I will set up a thread on the group. So if you have questions about the pattern, and I will also post my pattern changes there as well, and we'll go from there. But I haven't shown you my yarn yet. I ordered 2 colors of yarn. I ordered this green. It's kind of like a leaf green. And I also ordered this. They call it rose. I think that's the name. Yeah, it's coral rose. And it really is more of a coral color, but the 2 colors together look quite nice. And no, the pattern is not color work. It's not supposed to be in 2 different colors, but I'm thinking I might try something to add a little bit of color to it. I'm gonna see how it goes when I start playing with the pattern, and when I start trying to put those cables in, and see if I can do something fairly easy where I can add a little bit of intarsia along with the cabling, because I think it would look really cool. The pattern calls for 3 balls of one color, so if you don't want to be extremely creative and do some intarsia with your project, you will only need 3 balls, and that is of the Peyton's Shetland Chunky. There are 148 yards per ball, so if you decide you want to use something a little bit different, this yarn, the gauge on the ball band for this yarn is 15 stitches by 20 rows. So if you want to do this project in a different yarn, try and find a yarn that is approximately 15 stitches by 20 rows, and this says on US 10. However, the pattern calls for a US 8, probably because they want the fabric to be a little bit tighter, so that if you're putting something in the bag, it's not going to, you know, find holes to slip out. So again, the gauge for this specific yarn is 15 stitches by 20 rows. So if you don't have this yarn and you don't want to order something, then try and find something that has a similar gauge on a size 10. And then we're going to take it down to a size 8 or approximately 4 gauge. This is saying to take it to a size 8 for 17 stitches and 22 rows. So I might even take it to a size, no, I'll probably still do a size 8. Because I've been going up, have I been going up needle sizes? No, I've been going down needle sizes. So I might even take it to a 7 to make it a little bit tighter. Because most of my projects that I've been doing recently, I've been doing 1 needle size down for what the pattern calls for, because for whatever reason, I've been knitting loosely. So these are the 2 colors that I'm going to use, and this is the yarn that is called for in the pattern. Again, you don't have to use this. It is called for, this is considered a bulky weight. So, but basically it's a bag, and as long as you're getting a consistent gauge throughout your project, you should be able to use just about any yarn. You might even be able to, originally when I was going to knit this, when I first got the pattern, I originally was going to use a worsted weight yarn and hold it double, and I very much think that can be done. I'm not going to do that for this project. I decided that I didn't want to use the yarn that I had thought about using for this. So that's it. That's the project. It's going to be so much fun. If you don't use knitted bags, you could give this as a gift to somebody for Christmas. So it's definitely a good project for a gift. And that's about it. And I will record again on Saturday, Sunday at the latest, but I'm hoping on Saturday. And maybe I will have a bit of progress on this. And I'm also hoping to have a bit of progress on my first bear. I have the yarn all ready for that, and let's just go with the Podcaster Challenge. yeah, I think that's it. I can't think of anything else I need to. I think it seems like there's something else that I need to announce for the Podcaster Challenge, but at this very moment, I can't think of anything. So if I think of it between now and Saturday, I'll record again on Saturday for my normal episode, and I'll update you at that time. So again, these are my two yarns that I'm going to use for my project. Here's my project. It is a knitted bag, and I will check in again with you in a couple of days. Get started on those projects. I can't wait to see what you do. Bye for now.